What's up, guys? I can the channel is a slow process, that's for sure, as far as, you know, going riding, venturing out to other things, and I honestly am enjoying it quite a bit. I look forward to coming home. I look forward to making videos and content for you guys. So if you enjoyed as much as I do, click the subscribe, click the like button. Just letting you guys know that I look forward to making content for you guys and having you guys follow along. So let's dive into this buggy now. First things first. Sorry, I'm already dirty. I just got from work. So I just got home from work. But first things first. So got back from Tackett, and this thing had been overheating, like I had said before. Ordered a shitload of parts for it. They're on their way. Radius rod, all that stupid shit, whatever. Engine side of stuff. So when I looked on, you know, did some reading on Google, went to YouTube, tried to find anything of an indicator of a blown head gasket of any sort on this razor, I could not find anything. And I feel like I'm not the only one with this issue. So with that being said, there's two indicators that I have actually found out. I called around different shops, asked, stuff like that. One indicator. Guy told me, start the buggy, fill with water, pull the reservoir cap off, like the cap right here, and as it's running, if this is starting to bubble, like break it loose and take the cap off. If this is starting to bubble, then that is a sign of a blown head gasket, or an indicator of a blown head gasket. Second one, this stuff. Fill the radiator about halfway full, let the thermostat open, cycle through the block, and then you're able to suck air in here. But notice how that changed a different color of yellow, or greenish, I guess. But once the air from the radiator gets in there, then if it turns yellow, then that's a sign of exhaust gases in this little beaker here. So if you want to spend the money, go buy this stuff. It works. If you want to be cheap, like I am, this is a good indicator as well, because I didn't even put the block tester on yet, but I did start it, and I popped this cap off, and it started geysering out of there, bubbling really bad, shooting the cap off. So that was my indicator to know, hey, that is a blown head gasket, and I am fucked. So next step, I guess I'm gonna start to disassemble this thing. I got a head gasket on the way, brand new head studs, and gonna go from there. So we shall take this thing apart. Got the intercooler out, had to take the braces out for the bed. Little mount had to come off that's holding it. Fuel lines had to come off as well, going to the injectors. So not a hateful process so far, but next thing is probably taking the thermostat off and pulling the valve cover off, and then getting to the header bolts to take the manifold off as well. So wow. And obviously, to get these out, you're gonna have to take the tensioner loose. You should be able to, might have to take it out a little bit more. Take it out probably completely all the way to get it to work as you need. Of course, we like a clean work environment too, so yeah. This is probably the scariest part. But, take pictures. Like I said, I don't do this for work or a job or anything. I just like my hobbies enough, and in order to keep the hobbies going, you learn how to make do. So, we are learning to make do. I guess next is the manifold, which looks like it's gonna suck a lot. It's out, and I don't really see like where it's compromised at all. For all the people who like to do their own work, or shops are too expensive, or whatever the case is, this goes out to all you people. Again, I'm one of those people who will do my own work before I throw in the towel, and I'll take it somewhere to be fixed. Just have that knowledge and that learning experience for me is well worth it. So this is for all you guys. So stay tuned, follow along. And guys, going back together, I use good practice. I mean, it's just a habit from work. Every ARP 625, 2000, we lube up. Obviously, ARP makes a good product. I didn't end up going with ARP studs simply because when I bought these, I didn't know that they made them. So I said, fuck it, I'll just try this one. So I'm using some off-brand stud, I guess, and I have some ARP lube sitting around from previous trucks and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and lube up the head stud, make sure it makes good contact, and I don't get a false torque or anything like that. Well, I guess I wasn't recording when I torqued the head bolts down, but I didn't get a piece of paper with my head bolts saying what they need to be at torque-wise. So I looked up on Google to see what the ARP one's torque to. It says 45 to 50. I also saw where it said 60 pounds. So I went with my gut, and I took it a little tighter, being the fact I didn't get this head decked or machined or anything like that. And I just figured the extra foot-pounds, probably a little bit better just for a little bit of insurance. But I'm probably wrong. But so putting the cams in now, I didn't take this thing to TDC, and I feel like I probably should have, but I did mark on the cams as far as where I was for marks wise here. So I knew if I lined that paint marker up, I found the center piece here and I markered it there, and I found this side over here. So in theory, it should go back in time. It didn't spin down there on the bottom. It didn't come off of it, so I know I'm where I need to be, and I feel pretty confident in it. So I'm gonna put my cam hold downs on, torque them down, and then valve cover goes back on, stuff like that. So it's going together actually a lot nicer than what I thought it would. Alright guys, so got her back together the rest of the way, at least the top end. So in time, tensioner's back in, turbo manifold are back on, intercooler's back in, everything is plugged in, charge pipe's backed in, blow off valve's plugged in, vacuum lines, and coolant lines are on. So I just filled it up with water, and I don't have an exhaust on it. It's just straight out the turbo, so it is going to be loud. So I guess I shall start this thing for the first time, and I cross our fingers, hope the problem's fixed. Alright guys, so back up and running, got the system bled, or had a huge air pocket in the head itself, all the engine. So I had to crack the bleeder on it, and the bleeder is actually in between the manifold and the valve cover, in that little section there. It's a little 8mm bolt. So I had to crack it, bleed it loose until I got a steady stream coming through, filled the radiator, topped it back off, and then it was ready to go. So now my temps don't see, well, sitting here idling, it sees about 175, and I go to give it throttle, rev it up a little bit, and the temp drops down. Let me show you real quick. From overheating to going to running cool like that, I'll take that all day. I'll be very happy with it. So stay tuned. If this helps you out at all, like and subscribe. I mean, I'm always trying to fix my own stuff because I'm too cheap to go anywhere else. So with a little bit of knowledge and help from other people, Facebook, obviously asking questions and stuff, that's not that bad. Like and subscribe, follow along, and then we'll keep shitboxing. So have fun, go out and ride.